So this year, I've had a couple questions that have been lingering in my head. Questions like, why did my YouTube channel fail? Is my YouTube channel even failing? Why don't I feel like uploading videos anymore? Is starting a YouTube channel even worth it in this day and age? But you might be asking yourself, where's Grobby goes? Well, allow me to introduce myself. I'm a creative person who enjoys art, making videos, hiking, traveling, and currently serving in the United States military. The reason why I started my YouTube channel was to make videos and express my creative side. So, why did my channel fail? If you're subscribed to my channel, you've probably noticed that I haven't really posted anything this year, or I've barely posted anything this year. I want to talk about that. And if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, hopefully this can help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I've fallen into. I'll break this lesson down into 3 themes. Theme number 1, high expectations. So when I started my YouTube channel, I was treating it as a hobby, just focused on improving my video editing skills and my color grading skills. Then posted 3 videos, long form videos that were averaging from 80 to 100 views. And I think my first video, I gained like 8 subscribers. So that was great for someone starting out on YouTube. I was loving it. The second year, I remember like around New Year's, I posted a video and it got about 500 views. People enjoyed it. And it was just very much a little bit of a motivational video to just kind of like be you. And then I noticed an uptick in my views after that. I guess I was doing something right. YouTube was giving me positive feedback. I was feeling myself. I was like, hey, I might get out the hood with this one. Boy, if you don't get... Then actually one of my videos actually did really well. I think that video was a how I make my videos video. So that one started doing pretty well, and I was super pumped up. I was encouraged. I think that video got about like 42,000 views right now. A ton of comments, a lot of likes, more likes than I've ever experienced on Instagram, where I was comfortable just posting like short form content like reels and stuff like that. Then brands started hitting me up, and then that led to me having high expectations on myself, just putting all kinds of pressure on myself to really perform. And that video actually, it brought in a huge chunk of my subscribers. I cleared, my 1,000 subscribers with that one video in about like a week, just off of that one video. I started like popping out videos left and right, chasing views, basically just kind of forcing the creative process. And that actually started kind of leading me into the next problem that I started running to: a hobby versus a job. So like I said, it started off as a hobby, but because of all the pressure I was getting, brands reaching out to me, and I'll be honest with you guys, most of the brands I never even responded to, because some of the sponsorships were like unrelated to what I was doing on my channel. I think a company reached out to me because they wanted me to talk about their security camera in one of my videos. So I don't know how I was gonna squeeze in a security camera in one of my videos, so I passed. Some bigger brands actually reached out to me, and that kind of scared me. Let's just say I was a little intimidated, so I actually questioned whether I was like, yo, am I worthy to even work with these brands, or can I live up to the expectation with some of these brands? I did like 1 or 2 brand collaborations, and it just started feeling like a job, versus a hobby. I was having fun when I was treating it as a hobby. Now dealing with brands and stuff like that, it started feeling like a job, because with brands, they have their own requirements. They have their own things they want you to put in their videos. It stopped being fun because I was too focused on trying to make videos with the most views. And don't get me wrong, like I've done a couple of tutorial videos that I enjoy making, but it's like I enjoyed making videos that kind of touched people emotionally. Some of my first couple of videos, super proud of those videos. I also kind of learned that guaranteed views don't necessarily mean you're building connections with people. I would have videos that had like offer value, they'll get more views, but as far as like engagement, like people in the comment section kind of giving me feedback and telling me how I'm inspiring them, that wasn't happening. It was just like, hey, dope, thanks for the tutorial, or something like that. And I really got into this thing to really kind of foster and create a community and foster some connections. That leads me into my 3rd YouTube lesson: fear of failure. Going back to brand sponsorships, yeah, I'll be honest, I was scared. I was intimidated. I was like, yo, I don't want to do a brand collab with a well-known brand and I don't live up to the expectation, or they don't like the way I promoted their product, or whatever reason it may be. I was lucky I stuck with brands that were close to what I was doing, so that wouldn't make it hard for me to make any of the videos. But some brands, I was just like, I don't know if I'm ready to take that step and start making content that is gonna cater more so to like brands and try to make those people happy. So yeah, that fear crept in, man. So I passed on a lot of like brands that probably would have actually been good for my channel. Another thing was, you know, when I started YouTube, the thing I enjoyed about some of my first videos, like I said, they fostered community, and I connected with other YouTubers who at the time were starting on the same level. We were all like around 1,000 subscribers, and I saw those people like crush it. You know, they were consistently uploading videos, they were killing it, and I don't know, I think that kind of demoralized me because I also had like life things happening. I had a loss in the family, and I just had a lot of like personal things going on, and I just wasn't able to meet the expectation as far as like the pressure I was putting on myself, and uploading videos, just my creativity started dying. And then looking at the people who I started YouTubes with, some of these people, like, we've connected on Instagram and we keep in touch. They've crushed it. I saw them go from 10,000 to 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 subscribers. And I was over here just stuck at under 2,000 subscribers. So that fear kind of led me to, I literally just didn't feel like making videos anymore. I just stopped making videos. I was just like, hey man, it's like, I think I made like a couple videos that just didn't really do what I wanted them to do as far as like views and engagement. And then I was looking at the watch hours. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to close that gap. I think I got up to like 3,000 watch hours. So I just need 1,000 more watch hours, and video after video, I would just like get a couple watch hours, maybe 10 hours watch hours here and there. And it was just like, I felt like I was not making any progress. So self-doubt, paralysis of analysis, you know, I was paralyzed. I was always stuck in my head about like, okay, if I make this video, this is gonna blow up. I've actually had a couple videos that I recorded, but I just never posted them because I was just like, I don't know if people were interested in seeing this. You know, I don't know if people are interested in watching me, you know, on one of my hikes. Whenever I traveled, I would go on some hikes and I record some stuff that I thought was cool. I was just like, I don't know if people are interested in this stuff. So I just never really edited and published those videos. So was YouTube worth it? And what does this mean for my channel? Before I answer that question, I'll say this. As far as my channel goes, I still enjoy making videos, so I can't stop, you know? There are a lot of people who quit YouTube right before they make it, and I hear this over and over again. And I watched a video clip by Mr. Beast where he said, hey, my first like 500 videos were trash, no good videos, but he just kept going. And Mr. Beast said it, he said, make 100 videos and improve on something every time. And yeah, I'll continue making videos on this channel, but I'll try not to put too much pressure on the type of videos I'll be making. I'll just probably start sharing some of my life lessons because I've learned so much just having a military background. Whether it comes to fitness, I'm actually on my fitness journey. I'm trying to get in better shape. I'm trying to get the abs back. So I'll probably start sharing some of that type of stuff and also share some of my travels. Yeah, so don't get me wrong. I still enjoy making tutorial videos here and there, and I'll make them if people are interested in them. But if I am to learn and teach people what I'm learning, I have to be in the field. I have to make videos. I have to get out there and practice and learn, right? That's the only way you get better, is to learn and fail forward. And to answer my question, is YouTube worth it? The answer for me is yes. Starting a YouTube channel was totally worth it. And I've learned a lot about how to edit videos and just about YouTube in general. I've also made a couple good connections with some people on YouTube. So if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel, hopefully this video was helpful. Just remember, your first couple of videos won't get any views, but it's about practicing and making sure you're getting better with every video you put out there.